It's okay. We start. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class as ISKCON Abid's Temple. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Loudly please Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauran Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री निताय गौर सुंदर की, ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्णा।
Krishna. So we are very fortunate to have with us His Grace Madhusudan Vishnu Prabhu. So a brief intro of Prabhuji. So Prabhuji has graduated as BTech from SVNIT at Surat. He worked in TCS after his graduation, and he also worked as an academic instructor in Mumbai for 4 years. He has been practicing bhakti from since 2008, and his interest in bhakti led him to actually become a monk, a brahmachari in 2016. He has also studied a graduation degree on Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Shastri at VIHE Vrindavan. Currently, he is a teacher at reputed institutes like VIHE Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education and IBMV ISKCON Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya. He is director of Simple Vedas. Uh, there is a platform where he shares, and there are many courses. On these courses, there are 45 batches taught, 11,000 plus students are there, 800 lectures are there, and are being given, and 650 hours of content is being presented. So Prabhuji is based in Mira Road Temple, ISKCON Mira Road in Mumbai, and we are very happy to have Prabhuji here. We welcome Prabhuji in Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Mandir by once chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So on occasion of Ram Utsav, so we are going to have special Ram Katha by Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the kind introduction. Very happy to be here in ISKCON Hyderabad temple. We only read about it in Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit, but now we got a chance to be here amidst all of you nice devotees of Krishna. So we'll try our best to do some seva to all of you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, chapter number 11, Shloka 20. The chapter is entitled Lord Ramachandra Rules the World. Nedam Yasho Raghupate Suryachnayata Nedam Yasho Raghupate Suryachnayata लीलातनोरधिकसाम्य विमुक्तधाम्नः लीलातनोरधिकसाम्य विमुक्तधाम्नः रक्षोवदो जलधिबन्धनमस्त्रपूगैः रक्षोवदो जलधिबन्धनमस्त्रपूगैः Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahaya. Nedam yasho raghupate surayajnayata. Leela tanoradhika samya vimukta dhamnaha. Raksho vado jaladi bandhanamastra pugahi. Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. Please recite. Nedam yasho raghupate surayajnayata. Leela tanoradhika samya vimukta dhamnaha. Raksho vado jaladi bandhanamastra pugahi. Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. Yes, please. Nedam yasho raghupate surayajnayata. Leela tanoradhika samya vimukta dhamnaha. Raksho vado jaladi bandhanamastra pugahe. Kindasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. Nedam yasho raghupate surayajnayata. Leela tanoradhika samya vimukta dhamnaha. Raksho vado jaladi bandhanamastra pugahe. Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. Mataji's. Nedam yasho raghupate surayajnayata. Leela tanoradhika samya vimukta dhamnaha. Raksho vado jaladi bandhanamastra pugahe. Kim tasya shatruhanane kapaya sahayaha. What meaning, translation and purport? By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Na, not. Idam, all these. Yashaha, fame. Raghupatehe, of Lord Ramachandra. Surayajnaya, by the prayers of the demigods. Attalila Tanoho, whose spiritual body is always engaged in various pastimes. Adhik Samya Vimukta Dhamnaha. No one is greater than or equal to him. Rakshavadaha, killing the Rakshasa, Ravana. Jaladhibandhanam, bridging the ocean. Astrabhogahi, with bow and arrows. Kim, whether. Tasya, his. Shatruhanane, in killing the enemies. Kapayaha, the monkeys. Sahayaha, assistants. Translation. Lord Ramachandra's reputation for having killed Ravana with showers of arrows at the request of the demigods and for having built a bridge over the ocean does not constitute the factual glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra, whose spiritual body is always engaged in various pastimes. Lord Ramachandra has no equal or superior, and therefore he had no need to take help from the monkeys to gain victory over Ravana. Purport. As stated in the Vedas, Shvetashvatara Upanishad 6.8, न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च. The Supreme Lord has nothing to do, and no one is found to be equal to or greater than him. For everything is done naturally and systematically by his multifarious energies. The Lord has nothing to do. Na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Whatever he does is his pastime. The Lord has no duty to perform to oblige anyone. Nonetheless, he appears to act to protect his devotees or kill his enemies. Of course, no one can be the Lord's enemy, since who could be more powerful than the Lord? There's actually no question of anyone's being his enemy, but when the Lord wants to take pleasure in pastimes, he comes down to this material world and acts like a human being, thus showing his wonderful, glorious activities to please the devotees. His devotees always want to see the Lord victorious in varied activities, and therefore to please himself and them, the Lord sometimes agrees to act as a human being and perform wonderful, uncommon pastimes for the satisfaction of the devotees. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagwan ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Nitai Gaur Sundar ki. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते. तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 seeking the blessings of our founder Acharya, all our spiritual masters, assembled esteemed senior Vaishnavas, and all the devotees, so that we can speak something in glory of Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan. Today the whole country is celebrating. In fact, the whole world is celebrating the victory of Lord Ramachandra. Here it's said in the purport by Srila Prabhupada that the devotees, they take pleasure to see the Lord emerging victorious. Right? When India is playing the match against Pakistan, or India is in the World Cup, everyone is glued to the screen that India should win. Why? Because of attachment to this land. I am born in India. I am an Indian. So India should win. When India wins, I win. So when India wins, I celebrate. I am happy. There should be party. Right? People spend thousands of rupees celebrating the victory of India. Right or wrong? How much money they spend in this IPL World Cup? Huh? Lakhs or crores, right? Crores of rupees, isn't it? So why that joy? Why that satisfaction? Why that excitement? Just because I identify myself being an Indian. That's all. Isn't it? I am an Indian, so when India wins, I win. All of you are devotees, practicing devotees, or visitors of the temple. Krishna consciousness or Ram consciousness means basically to switch over our identity from this identity that I am an Indian, I am a Hyderabadi, I am this, I am that, to I belong to Sri Ram or I belong to Sri Krishna. That's my identity. So therefore when Sri Ram wins, I win. Right? When Sri Ram emerges victorious, that's the moment of celebration, isn't it? Now one who feels that person will be happy. Yes, Sri Ram is coming. Sri Ram is emerging victorious. It's the glory of Sri Ram. Krishna consciousness is all about that identification, nothing else. Who are we? What do we identify with? So here it is said that Lord Ramachandra, he took the help of monkeys to defeat Ravana and his army. Did he need to take the help of the monkeys? No. Right? He gave a chance to the monkeys to serve him so that the monkeys can be glorified. The monkey's life can be glorious, isn't it? Of course, we are here to do Rama Katha, but Rama Katha it's not just about stories of Ramachandra. Ram Katha is also that we align ourselves with the purpose of Lord Ramachandra. What Lord Ramachandra wants from each one of us. Why does he come again and again to this world? Why does he perform so many pastimes? Why? Here it is said that he does not have any duty to perform. He has no obligation. He doesn't have to even come to this material earth. Not required. Does he have to come down to kill Ravana? Not at all. Right? He'll say, Ravana, switch off. And then Ravana switches off. Right? He says, Ravana, switch on, switch on. Right? Isn't it? It doesn't have to come. He doesn't even have to say switch off. He just wants it and it will happen. Correct? But why does he come? He comes to show so many wonderful pastimes, to give us a chance to begin to love Lord Ramachandra. When we look at his wonderful qualities, his sweet, pleasant behavior, his dealings, the way he is such an ideal personality, then I begin to think, wow, who can be like him? And because no one can be like him, let me also love no one like I should be loving him. You know, let him become the hero of my life. For that purpose, Lord Ramachandra comes. And then he engages all different characters in his seva, in his service. So it's a glory. Of course, all of us were trying to be Krishna conscious, doing some little seva here and there, just like the monkeys did some seva for Lord Ramachandra. You know, monkeys, they did some seva also, and they did some nuisance also, isn't it? Because they were monkeys. So likewise, we Kali Yuga people, we do some seva, and at the same time we also do some nuisance, you know, because we don't know how to do seva. But Srila Prabhupada, just like Lord Ramachandra, he was managing the army of monkeys. Srila Prabhupada is managing all of us, you know, and somehow they're engaging us in some seva, you know, to give credit to us, that you are getting a chance. You got a human form of life. Not once, maybe millions of times. So many lives you have lived before. Millions of times you got a chance to live. But this time, when you're getting a chance again, this human form, 50, 60, 70 years of age you have, use it in my seva, for my purpose. And in that way, you make your life glorious. You know, you make your life glorious. Just like the monkeys, they're always glorified. So much glorified that when Lord Ramachandra saw their dedication to him, Lord Ramachandra blessed them that now next time when I come again, you will get more chance to associate with me. Right? You'll be able to perform many more pastimes with me. And then Lord Ramachandra came as Krishna. He personally fed butter to them. You know, which butter? The butter which his mother made. You know, that butter he fed to the monkeys. You know, remembering that in my past life you did such nice seva to me, so you deserve to eat butter from my hand. You know, that much Lord is grateful towards personalities who do seva to him. So likewise, here we getting a chance, whether you are a devotee in ISKCON, whether you're not a devotee in ISKCON, whether you believe completely strongly in Lord or you don't believe in Lord, and whether you want to serve Lord for your whole life or you don't want to serve the Lord for whole life, at least for today, you have a chance. What is that chance? Express your love and devotion, your service to the Supreme Lord. You know, and you know what, if you do one little thing for Krishna or Lord Ramachandra or any of the Vishnu expansions or for pure devotees of the Lord, they will never forget. They'll always remember. They are always grateful. Right? I'll tell you a pastime. You know, there was a demon who was trying to attack Krishna. His name was Kala Yavana. The story comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. Right? So he came to the city of Mathura trying to attack Krishna. And Krishna, he left the city. As if I'm afraid, I'm running away. He just started walking away. And Kalyavana was trying to chase Krishna. He was running behind. And Krishna is just walking. And this man is getting frustrated, you know. First of all, he's going away from me. Second, he's walking. I'm running and I'm still not able to catch him, you know. And then Krishna suddenly enters into a cave. Right? You know, in that cave, one personality was sleeping, deep sleep. His name was Muchukunda. He got a blessing from the demigods. You can sleep forever, as long as you want. Right? And he was sleeping. And what did Krishna do? He took his uttariya and he put it on the body of Muchukunda Maharaj. Right? Kalyavana enters that cave and is now so angry. Come on, you brought me here all the way. I am chasing behind you, and you fellow sleeping here so peacefully. This is like a big insult, you know. So then he kicked that personality, thinking that this is Krishna. Immediately, Muchkunda Maharaj opened his eyes, and because of the anger, you know, he had this blessing also. If anyone disturbs you from your sleep, you can just burn that person to death. Hmm? So he opened his eyes and swaha, finished. Kalyavana is over, you know. And at that time, Krishna comes in front of Muchkunda Maharaj. You know what Muchkunda Maharaj says to Krishna? He says, I was sleeping. I was in Tamoguna. What did I do that you are giving me darshan? Yogis, they perform austerity for millions of years. Still they are not able to see you. And I was in Tamogun. I was sleeping, you know, and still you gave me darshan. What did I do? Krishna said, I am not seeing what you are doing now. I am just remembering what services you have done to me in the past. And because you have done some service to me in the past, I am giving you darshan. That's my blessing upon you. That's my grace upon you. You know. So this is something which we have to meditate upon. That this is a wonderful quality of Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra, of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of Nityanand Prabhu, and pure devotees of Krishna. That whatever little efforts we try to put for their pleasure, they will always remember. And because of that, they'll always try to bless us. What is gratitude? Gratitude is not to say thank you once. If you study Bhagavad Gita, uh, Prabhupada says, Bhagavad Gita was a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. And how long did this conversation go on? Maybe 40 minutes or 45 minutes, right? Now, if you study Bhagavad Gita, there are multiple times where Arjuna expresses his gratitude to Krishna, right? When we are in hurry, we forget to say sorry and thank you. We say, abhi kaam ka baat karo. We don't have time, right? We have too many other things to do, right? And this is a battlefield. And Arjuna is so tensed. Arjuna is going to fight with such great fighters. It's a question of birth, it's a question of life and death. And at that moment, Arjuna is peacefully listening and thanking Krishna many times. Mad anugrahaya. You are so kind and compassionate upon me. You are giving me this knowledge. Thank you so much, Krishna. Hmm? So, what is Arjuna teaching, or what are pure devotees of Krishna teaching us, or what is Krishna teaching us himself, or Lord Ramachandra teaching us? That gratitude does not just mean that someone did something to you and say thank you, bye bye. No, gratitude means you always remember what good they have done for you. And the more you remember it, the more you say thank you. Right? It's not that I say thank you today, tomorrow I forget. Now you do something else, then I'll say thank you. Right? So I remember what has been done and I always say thank you for that. Right? And this is a wonderful quality which Krishna or Krishna's expansions like Lord Ramachandra, they exhibit to superlative degree. And that's why they are worshipped. Here it is said, Lord Ramachandra's glory is not in killing Ravana. Lord Ramachandra's glory is not in crossing the ocean and going to Lanka. Lord Ramachandra's glory is not killing those 14,000 Rakshasas single-handedly. Right? But Lord Ramachandra's glory is that even if a tiny monkey has done a tiny seva for him, to remember it forever. That's the real glory of Lord Ramachandra. And because he is that sweet Lord, we try to serve him, love him, please him, devote our life towards him. Right? So, this day we can try to make our resolve stronger, our determination stronger, that we have decided to do some seva for the Supreme Lord. So let that resolution, let that determination stay in our heart forever. So when Lord Ram wins, we win, right? That should be the consciousness, and that should be the feeling. His happiness is our happiness. His victory is our victory. So we should celebrate. I'll end here. Jai Shri Ram. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We can take some questions if anyone has.
Any questions? You can raise your hand.
Prabhu has. Anyone can ask. I'll take two questions also, no problem. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please ask my humble obeisances. Thank you Prabhu for your wonderful class. So it is also said in Ramayana there were great Maharshis and they wanted to participate with Lord Krishna in Lord Rama in conjugal rasa. So Krishna has, Rama has told, when I come as Lord Krishna, I will give that benediction or something. So many of them appeared as gopis. So my question is, why the Lord is not giving the mercy? It is the question is like, how to understand the mercy of the Lord? Why the Lord? Sometimes Lord gives mercy immediately. Sometimes He gives later. So, how to understand the mercy of the Lord?
Okay, thank you for the question. Question is, there were sages in the forest who desired to be wives of Lord Ramachandra, Kanjugala Rasa. And Lord Ramachandra said, next avatar, when I come, then I'll fulfill your desire. So sometimes the mercy of the Lord comes soon, sometimes it comes later. How to understand? I don't know why you are thinking that the mercy came later. The mercy came right that moment. As soon as Lord Ramachandra promised that I'm going to fulfill your desire, that is the mercy, isn't it? What more? The Lord is coming in front of you, giving you darshan, giving you a promise that soon I'll fulfill your desire. Then that itself is mercy, isn't it? It's not that, okay, when I meet the Lord and then I'll be at that particular situation when I'll experience that bhav, then I'm only getting mercy of Lord Ramachandra, isn't it? That moment that desire has come, the feelings of serving Lord Ram or Lord Krishna in that bhav has already started developing in the heart of the sages. To experience conjugal rasa, one doesn't have to become a woman, right? Isn't it? It's not that only in a woman body you can experience conjugal rasa. The Goswamis, physically, they were not in a woman body. They were in a male body, right? But internally, they are experiencing conjugal rasa with Lord Krishna, right? So externally, when we study Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, externally speaking, right, they got the form of a gopi in the next life. But internally they are already experiencing conjugal rasa, isn't it? Srila Rupa Goswami explains there is sadhaka deha and there is siddha deha in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So as a sadhaka, they are looking like sages externally. But in their siddha swarupa, they want to be in conjugal mood, isn't it? So externally, even though let's say they are not having that form, but internally, there is no restriction. There is no restriction, right? So only in externally speaking, Lord Ramachandra said, okay, next life. But internally, already that process has started developing, right? Right? So mercy of the Lord is right there actually. Only the way it manifests, the way we want may take some time. Okay, Prabhu? And it was not possible. No, Lord Ramchandra had already taken a vow, one wife. And second, how will you just make them girls from boys, overnight? They are sages. So how will they become suddenly women and they'll get married? So they have to take birth again, isn't it? Okay. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Baji. Thank you very much, Baji. Such a wonderful
Thank
class.
you, Prabhu.
As you correctly told that we identify ourselves so much with the body, our nation, caste, and you told that we have to dovetail it to identify with the Lord. So my question is that what steps we can take so that we can develop such a strong connection with the Lord, such a strong identification that we are part and parcel of Lord. Although we
Thank,
hear, but it takes time because
yeah.
right now we are so much in bodily consciousness.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhuji's question is that how to develop that taste or that eagerness, because the bodily consciousness is so strong. In my understanding, no one in this world can say, I don't do things for others. We all try to do something for others. Fine, we may be very selfish and we may be in bodily consciousness also, but still we try to do things for others. Those others can be our family members, our friends, society, but we do have a tendency to do for others, right? Which means we allow ourselves to be used by others, right or wrong, isn't it? We allow ourselves. Maybe because they give us something in return. So we allow ourselves to be used, right? If any way someone has to use you, why not that person be then Lord Ramachandra? If any way someone has to use you, why not that be Shri Krishna? If any way someone has to use you, why not that be a pure devotee of Krishna? Right? So if I have to be anyway used, which means this body, this mind, this intelligence, however selfish I may be, I have to anyway use it to do something for someone else. Why can't that someone else be Krishna or Srila Prabhupada, the pure devotees? Let us start there. Let us be selfish, no problem. Let us be in bodily consciousness, no problem. But let us start there. That if anyway I have to do things, why not just do for them? And when we start doing it, because we are doing for them and they are so pure, our connection with them starts making us pure. And the more we stay in the process, then one day we'll be completely attached to this identity that I am a servant of pure devotees of Krishna, or I am a servant of Krishna, right? That identity, dasoham, I am servant, that will become very strong. So we just have to give ourselves, that's all. Give ourselves. That's the point. Sometimes people are so afraid that how can I take that first step? Just take it. You just take it. Not going to lose anything. Not going to lose anything. Even if someone has lots of material desires, still take that first step. Right? Isn't it? Do something for Krishna. Do something for Lord Ramachandra. Do something. Wholeheartedly, like happily, voluntarily. Not seeing this as a burden, but seeing it as an opportunity. That I have an opportunity to do something for Lord. Like to give you an example, if you happen to see a great personality walking on the street and someone tells you, take this rose flower and give it to him, you'll probably jump on that opportunity. And I'm getting a chance of so many people. It's me who has been selected to give this rose flower to him. That's an opportunity. So that's how we should think when we get chance to do any seva for Bhagavan. That I am being chosen to do this thing. It's my great fortune. Right? So when we'll see our fortune in what we are doing, we'll be super excited always. Right? We'll be happy that, wow, I'm getting this chance. It's so special, isn't it? Then we can celebrate our Krishna consciousness every day. I'm getting this chance. Right? So this is something required. So what I have observed is that when we feel low, that I'm doing this bhakti, is it really, really that special? Then you should hear from other people, what you are doing is so nice, isn't it? So glorious. Then you'll feel, oh yes, 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 yes. This is a wonderful path. I have not made a mistake. You know, sometimes we stop valuing what we have, isn't it? And then others have to make us realize, no, what you have is very special, very nice, very beautiful. So when we meditate on that, our enthusiasm will always be there. And still, if we have bodily consciousness, it's okay, no problem. Use that body in Krishna Seva. And slowly, slowly, when we'll get purified, then we'll be completely like, my everything belongs to Krishna. So I want to use everything in Krishna Seva. Not because it's a burden, because it's an opportunity. Right? I hope I could answer your question. Thank you. Any other question? Are we over time? Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class, wonderful class. So, in our preaching time, so we generally say that if you follow four regulative principles, we come to the platform of human being, right? So, but then more to it, we should also aspire for to become a spiritual being also, and then we introduce chanting Hare Krishna, etc. So here if we see Lord Ramachandra, so taking example of Lord Ramachandra, so somewhere Prabhupada also writes in the purport that he fullestly exemplify as a human being, and we can walk what he has walked, like to become a fullest of human being. So how to understand, is it like our aspiration is truly to become a true human being, or also aspire for spiritual being also? Like my question is, when we say that we follow four regulative principles, we are only just being a human being, but we should aspire more. So how to understand this is my question.
Okay. See, when Prabhupada is writing that human beings should follow in the footsteps of Lord Ramachandra, he's giving, when we study Bhagavatam and when we study Prabhupada's purports, we should know that he is giving instructions at different levels. Right? Because different kinds of audience at different levels of consciousness need different levels of instructions. So now how he will address the point will be based on what audience he is keeping in mind. When Lord Ramachandra came, he came to do what? To set an ideal. If you want to be a king, be like this. If you want to be a son, be like this. If you want to be a husband, be like this. So then Srila Prabhupada is using that opportunity to give us instruction on how can I be a king, how can I be a leader, how can I be a son, how can I be a husband, how can I be a brother. Isn't it? Right? But then you'll always see that Prabhupada does not miss to tell us that ultimate goal of life is to learn to love the Supreme Lord. Isn't it? So we should not get confused. The goal of life is not to become a human being. The goal of life is to become a pure devotee of Krishna. But to become a pure devotee of Krishna, first we need to get to the stage that we become human beings. And that's why follow four regulative principles. Right? So Prabhupada's purpose we should understand. He is writing for a wide audience. And he has to give wide varieties of lessons. And those lessons are at different hierarchical levels of what should be done. Ultimate lesson is go back home to God, to serve Krishna. We become a pure devotee of Krishna. Yes, Prabhu? Hmm? Okay? Yeah. Okay. Any other point or comments? Or shall we end here? We shall. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे